and welcome back to Working Out with me. Today we're doing exercises on our hands and knees. So I just want to go over a couple things real quick. Feel free to use a towel underneath your knees for any of the exercises if it hurts the knee whenever we're doing anything, or both knees. When we have anything on our knees, also feel free to go into a plank for a lot of them. And for the wrists, feel free to go down onto the elbows. Also, you can go up on the knuckles. So what I want you to do is come onto all fours, and we're gonna reach the legs out, so we're in that lovely plank. And from here, come up into downward dog and just enjoy this nice stretch, reaching the heels down towards the floor, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, and you can push your hands into the floor, lifting the shoulders. Cool. We're just gonna walk our feet in and enjoy a nice little stretch. If your hands are off the floor, that's fine. And just breathe into it. Relax the head. Shake your head like you're saying no. And we're gonna walk the feet back out. We get to do the little push-up guy. So lowering yourself towards the floor. You can lay all the way down and lift. Get that nice good stretch. And bring it back down. Let's push into downward dog. Enjoy this little stretch. Feels so nice. Walk the feet in. Great. Enjoy this. Shake your head. No. Breathe into it. Step the feet back out. Lower yourself down to the ground, keeping the elbows in. So it's working the triceps. And nice little stretch here. Downward dog. Woo. And walk the feet in. And enjoy the stretch here. And take the feet back out. Lower yourself down. Push on up to that stretch. Shoulders. Try to pull your shoulders away from your ears if you find yourself sinking into it, so you can lift up. Great. We're not going to go back into downward dog, but we are going to come on to all fours. So from here, hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hip. If you want, grab your towel and place it under the knee that's going to be on the floor if you need that. If not, don't use it. That's fine too. We are going to take one leg, doesn't matter which side, and reach it out, toes still on the floor. From here, lift that leg up only so that it's still in line with the rest of your body. We're not lifting it higher than that. And from here, we're going to take it out to the side as far as you can go. Bring it back in, hold it here, lower it all the way to the ground. Toes tap the floor, lift it back up in alignment, and then reach it out to the side. You're going to feel it in your butt right away. Yay, hello butt. And keep that going. Now, what I want you to focus on as you're doing this is pushing your hands into the floor. So it's going to lift your shoulders and it's going to make your arms very active. And this actually is engaging the muscles, which is going to help protect all of your joints in this position. Great, and I don't know if you can notice, but my hips are not moving. They're staying completely still. They are side by side, and they're just staying there. And I am lifting my belly button, but I'm thinking about that neutral spine. So like when we're laying on the floor, it's just like that. Great. This time, we're gonna lift it up so it's in alignment. That means that it's at the same level as the head. Hold it here, and all I want you to do are little lift. Reaching long through the heel and just lifting that leg, keeping the hips still. Don't do this. I'm going to show you what not to do. None of that. No twisting the hips. The hips don't move. Naughty hips. And last one of those. Lower that leg down. Guess what? Other leg. Reach it out. And we're going to lift it up. Take it out to the side, bring it back center, Lower it down. If your wrists are killing you and this is just not for you and your wrists, come down. That's totally fine. You can be on your elbows. But make sure your elbows are still underneath your shoulders. So we're still working on the nice long line. Not long line, sorry. We're working on alignment. I was thinking about the leg, which is a long line. Great, and breathing into it. What that basically means is when you feel like you have effort that you're putting out or it feels a little bit harder, that means exhale. And then take that nice deep breath in when you feel like you have a little bit of a break. That's basically what I mean when I say breathe into it. Great. This time lift it up, hold it there, check on your alignment. Just see if you can feel your tummy lifting, those hips in line with each other so that they're both even, one isn't dropped lower than the other, and then lift, lift, lift. Also part of the alignment is thinking about reaching through the top of your head out towards the wall and your tailbone reaching out towards the opposite wall. Kind of like you have this nice long string going all the way through you, which reminds me of a pig, but the pig does not have good alignment when they're on that spigot. Spigot. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really sweaty. Great. Lower that down. We're gonna bring it in. So here we're gonna have the knees about hip width apart. Take the hands out a little bit wider. We get to do push-ups. And I'm sorry. I was thinking of the push-ups we're going to do later. These push-ups, we are going to take our knees out, knees together, and we're thinking about a straight line from the top of your head all the way down to the knees. And from here, with the arms a little bit wider, we're going to do a bicep push-up. So we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the ground, keeping the nice flat back, that alignment, and we're going to keep the flat back as we push back up. So same thing, coming down, keeping completely straight. You'll feel your belly button really lifting, and then straight. Now, something to pay attention to, when you're coming back up, you want to feel your chest, your belly, lift off the floor at the same time. If you want to go even harder, go for the full push-up. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I can do it. My biceps are not that strong. And these are really hard, guys. They're really hard. Yay. So breathing out on that effort, and then breathing in when I feel like I have a little bit of break. And do one last one. And then bring it down to the floor. I didn't feel like doing the last one. Don't tell. Okay, lower the legs down to the floor. We're gonna lay down on the floor. If you have a towel and you want it, it's sometimes nice to put in front of your forehead. And then you can place one hand on top of the other. Place your forehead on top of your hands. So, from here, have your legs together. And all we're gonna do is lift the hands that are glued to our head up off of the floor. Pull the shoulders down towards the hips and lower it down. Great, same thing, just a nice little up. And bringing it back down. And you might even feel your hip bones on the floor and your pelvic bone, and that's great. Again, it can feel like those 3 points, that triangle is pushed into the floor, flat. And that means you have your straight spine. Try to keep the legs on the floor for this. There is an exercise where you lift the legs, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep the legs on the floor for this. Last one, we're going to lift it up, we're going to keep it up, and this time we're going to tap one elbow to the floor, bring it back center, tap the other elbow, bring it back center. Remember, your hands are glued to your head, and those hips are on the floor. We're pulling the belly button up, so we're engaging our core, keeping the toes on the ground, and just doing a little tilt, and bring it back center. tilt, and bring back center. Last ones on the side. Bring back center, lower it down. Oh, push back into child's pose. Enjoy that nice stretch. I got sweaty. Yeah, it is hot in here. So, lovely stretch. Okay, enough of that. Come on up to all fours. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we're thinking about that straight line from the tip of our head down to our tailbone. And from here, we're gonna take one leg out, toes on the floor, lift it on up, keeping the nice straight alignment of the spine. And bring that, I'm gonna take the other one out, sorry, I want you guys to be able to see. We're gonna take the knee into your elbow, basically. Bring it back out long. And then, and bringing it back out. Cool, and that's all we're gonna do here. And bringing it back out, pushing the hands into the ground. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, come into a plank. Same thing, squeeze, and bringing it back center. You can also do the elbows, and squeeze, and bringing it back nice and long. Now, I'm not switching legs because if you have your knee on the ground, I don't want you to have to worry about it. If you want to switch legs, you can if that feels better for you. Again, this is always about what feels good for your body. Feel free to make some modifications. Last one, squeeze, bring it back center. Great, other leg, same thing, reaching it out long. Squeeze, and bringing it back out long. Same thing, squeeze. Feel free to take it out to a plank. This is a great oblique workout. I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, but this is basically the beginning of a workout I do for my creature acting when I'm doing spiders and gorilla dog animals. Yeah, this is good stuff. And bring it back center. If you're not on your knees already, lower onto your knees. This is the push-up I was thinking about earlier. You're gonna have the knees about hip width apart and underneath your hip bones. Hands are still underneath your shoulder bones. Just check in, nice long spine. I want you to squeeze your elbows forward so that you can see the inside of your elbow facing out front. So it's just a little squeeze. And from here, we're going to lower our shoulders down to our hands, keeping your butt exactly where it is. So yeah, your butt's gonna go up in the air and then coming back up, and that's it. All we do is lower and bringing it back up. Keeping your booty up in the air. Song. Booty in the air. Whew. Great. And we're almost done with this. If you need a second to come off of your hands or your knees, always feel free to pause and come back to this. It's all about listening to your body and making sure you're doing what feels good. Last one. Great, coming up. I want you to take a second. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift the belly button. Look for the belly button. Enjoy that nice stretch. And then lower the belly button and look out and stick out your booty. And same thing. And lying down. Good old cat cow. Oh. And enjoying this nice little stretch before we are done. Now my favorite, take it back center. We're going to take the belly button up towards the ceiling. Take it towards the left. Take it down towards the ground. To the right. And up. And side, down, side, and up. Make a big circle. Wow! I think one of my teachers once called this the sexy cat cow. Go the other way. So this time it goes right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, and so sexy as it goes around in a big old circle. I have not been moving my head. You should be moving your head with this. Sorry about that. I got distracted with the sexiness. And bring it back center. And we are done. Thank you so much for joining me.